Hey guys, Zoolard here, back with another review, and today we're having a look at the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Cyberverse Commander Class Shockwave. Try saying that 5 times fast. I dare ya. No, this ain't gonna turn into a Christmas story or anything, but today we're having a look at Shockwave, and before I move on, I'm going to do a quick size comparison with Soundwave, because I don't have any of my Cyberverse figures dug up yet. And this is the only other Legion class I have out besides the Dragons, but that's not an honest size comparison. So as you can see, Soundwave is dull, obviously wider in width, but very, very skinny. So Shockwave is quite a bit larger than Soundwave. I'm just going to get him transformed quick. We're going to do this quietly behind camera. Put that right there. I chose him because he's a fast former. That's what I'm going to call the easy ones, the fast formers. We'll bring him out later. Gun included. Now, having a look at Shockwave. He's cool. His tank mode is a little fidgety. Kind of wish it wasn't, but what are you going to do? Well, that's not what I meant by fidgety. I mean, these legs in the front here don't really tab in and stay. They kind of wobble. But, you know, I have a lot of things that do that. So I've gotten used to it. But one thing he can do is he can fire this little missile here. If I hold it like this. And he shoots it off. Quite a distance, probably around a foot. We're just going to leave this off for robot mode purposes, because he kind of has to position his arm kind of funky in order to get that to work, but he rolls nicely. Not noisy on this case, but he rolls nicely. And we're also going to do a comparison with a couple of other things I have just lying around. Here he is next to Drag Attack and Zoom Zombie from Monster 500. And here's a Stretch Screamer. You can ask why I bring those out later, but first watch the review. First finish watching the review. That's what I meant. But, I suppose we might as well go into transformation. Now, I do have one gripe, actually. That annoys me. Why is this all the way out here and that all the way in there? Whatever. But we're just going to take this. We're going to pull you off. And move you this way. Pop that on. Put those up. Untab the crotch plate, I suppose, of the tank. And we're going to flip his head up. There we go. There he is, the Cyclops in all his glory. And we're just going to slide that up there. Doesn't tab in or anything, it just sits there, I suppose. And then we're just going to take his legs, bring him forward, turn him, rotate him at the knee, which they can be a little stiff, so be careful with those. Flip out his feet. Do the same thing on the other side. Flip out his feet. Pull out his arm. Then this will go into that slot. Doesn't matter if you have it tabbed in or not. It doesn't really make a difference. I mean, look. It don't make no difference. So his arm is always going to be like that. So pretty much just got to suck it up and deal. Same like that on the other side, so nothing to worry about. Then you just take these and you tab these in to the tabs on his back, although that can be a little tricky to line the suckers up. This one especially. There. I heard it go in. I know it went in. And what I like to do, I like to take this and pull it down a little so it's even with the other one. Well, as even as possible anyway. I'd say that works. And there you have Shockwave and his robot mode. I have to say, it's pretty streamlined for a Cyberverse figure. Very impressive, very cool. Probably my favorite Cyberverse figure that came out this year. It's because he doesn't have like any kibble. All the other ones usually have like some kind of chunky kibble. I mean, Soundwave's not bad, but Soundwave is small and doesn't move that much. So speaking of the voiceless wonder, there's Soundwave. Spread his legs out. Fold his foot out all the way too. Wow. Let's not start to fail. What's going on with you? You're falling apart and your feet are not being cooperative. What's going on here? There. That's the best you're gonna get. So, Soundwave and standard size figures relatively shorter. And for random size comparison purposes, let's bring in another stretch screamer. He's a little warped in the spinal area. I gotta stretch him out and warp him back into place eventually. But we'll worry about that another time. Another thing for another time. So you're going to want to have Shockwave actually leaning over forward a bit. As his feet are angled backwards and the hinges are a little loose. Well, at least on mine. So I don't actually mind mine leaning forward. I think it actually looks more... I think I might have had it standing kind of funny. That is possible. That is possible. Straighten out a little more. I'll go with that. But articulation on this guy, he has no head articulation. Would have been nice, like the Dark of the Moon one. Could have had that. His shoulders rotate, so those will allow, well, his shoulder pads rotate, so that will allow this shoulder to rotate with them. But they do have a separate ball joint on the side. And then he's got ball jointed elbows, both elbows of those. This one's kind of bell bar pose, kind of like the deluxe bulkhead, I suppose. I say I suppose a lot now. Used to be good enough, and now it's I suppose. But, he's got a ball joint over here, and this one's more, you know, naturally posed. And then he's also got ball joints at the hips, hinged knees. He's got swivel in the knee as well. And he's got some foot pivot due to transformation. That is it. But that is pretty good for a Cyberverse figure. And he does, of course, shoot the missile in a roboto mode. So let's do that quick. Which I will most likely have him displayed like this with the missile. But we'll do it like this so you can get a good view of it. But I'll leave it out for the rest of the video so I don't have to pose him kind of funky. Yeah, the feet on mine are kind of really loose, but I don't mind that. He's not falling backwards or anything. Although he's starting to, and it's kind of annoying. He has to have his weight kind of lean up on it. Maybe that'll work. And is it me, or is his head kind of pointing that away? I don't know. It just seems like kind of odd. The Shockwave figures this year aren't necessarily bad. They're just odd. Just odd. There. Now the feet are parallel. I know Shockwave's kind of a geek about that stuff, so we'll adjust him accordingly. There we go. There we go. That's perfect. That's perfect wavy. Okay, we're not going to be stupid. We're not going to be a agent of some famous celebrity. We're going to be normal OTR. OTR. So, what do I think of this figure? I think this figure's pretty good. He's kind of like the Megatron from last year, you know? He's cool looking in robot mode. Vehicle mode is kind of... Vehicle mode for this one, I think, was executed better than the Megatron. Kind of wish I had that one here to size comparison... to do a size comparison with. But sadly, he is in the storage. Yay me. But we will eventually get them out and do like one kind of Super Gimundo size comparison, or you'll at least see them together on a shelf. But I think this figure is cool. I would suggest if you don't want him posed weird, leave this on the side or stick it in his hand like a mallet or something, because that'll kind of have to make you bend his arm from being straight, being bent inward like that. Best example I could do is with my finger. Deal with it. And, yeah, that's about all I have to say. So, overall, what do I give Shockwave? I'm gonna give Shockwave a... Geez, what should I give him? I'm gonna give him a 9. He is so close to a 10, it's not even funny, but I'm just gonna give him a 9 so I don't get eaten. So I don't get eat out for it. Chewed up for it. There we go. I couldn't think of the freaking words. But that is gonna be it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Transformers Prime Cyberverse Commander Class Shockwave from Beast Hunters. Almost forgot that. There is also a Target exclusive one in the G1 colors, which if you're G1 fanatics, you're gonna want to pick that up. But if you can't find this one, I would highly recommend the other one, because it is probably equally as cool. I opted for this one because, well, it was cheaper. And I could wait just a little bit. But I finally got them. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this review. And don't forget to comment, like, share, favorite this video if you want. If you haven't already, please subscribe, check out the channel, do all that fun stuff. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace! It is only logical.